All right, it's Tuesday. You're right, Loud Sean. Almost had a little accident in the office. It is the rundown. It's July 16th?
18th.
18th. It is brought to you by Sprezzabox. Use the code RUNDOWN. You'll get 25% off your first month's box. Sprezzabox simplifies the shopping experience. New box shipped out each month containing 5 to 6 products, socks, ties, cufflinks, all the products that maybe you don't have but you want. It's like, ooh, I could use some cufflinks, a little handkerchief, all that stuff. Sunglasses and more. Subscriptions start at $25. Guaranteed to have $100 in the box. Do the math. You're making money. You're stealing from Sprezzabox. 25% off your first month's box. Elica is back, our last rundown of the day, wearing the Hawaiian shirt, which you can also buy.
Not your name, too.
Not her name, which I found out I was stunned by that. And you were like, what do you mean? Do you pronounce it?
Pronounce it. I thought
No.
maybe it was a pronunciation.
No, straight middle name.
It's my middle name.
So
It's
what's
been my middle
the
name since the day I was born. It's on my birth certificate.
But she only started using it at age 20.
Yeah.
So what's the real name?
The real first name is Sanam.
Sanam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you made the right choice.
I think so too.
Because of Saddam.
No, just like
That's
well,
what
I
you
used to say Sanam, just like I don't know
like
if that's a
that
guy
name.
or a girl.
Sanam gets butchered a lot more easily than Elica does.
But isn't what I said what you said?
Yes, so growing up, I grew up in the 90s. Saddam was a much more common figure. So when you get made fun of on the playground and your name is Sanam, it becomes Sanam, which becomes Saddam. And,
And
I think it built character.
And at age 20, you're like, were you still
I was
rolling
like,
around the
fuck
playgrounds?
this shit.
Were you still rolling around the
No,
playgrounds
but I
at age
heard
20?
that
Like,
you probably were.
Oh, that's
Wait, so you
that's a
switched-
I
Clancy
read
move.
KFC's Twitter
That's
account.
cherry picking off Clancy.
You switched it mid-college?
Towards the end of college, yeah. Well, I figured like I'm either going to go into the workforce or I'm going to go to grad school. I'm going to meet a whole bunch of new people. They're not going to know me as Sanam or Saddam or Saddam or whatever the hell
Does
people
anyone
are
still
saying.
call you that?
My family does. Good family friends do. So, are we boring the Stoolies yet?
No, I think it's fairly fascinating.
Okay.
So, anyways, on to the subjects, and I have my phone. Dan, you did the subjects. Lucky Whitehead's dog has been stolen and is being held ransom. A rapper stole it.
Lucky Whitehead, that's his name, right? Lucky Whitehead, nigga, play for the Cowboys. Tell me, want his dog back, nigga. On gang, y'all give me what I paid for this bitch, nigga. I need 20 bins. We need 20 bins.
Why?
Now give him back. So it's
Give him
been
back.
concluded.
The dog is back.
Was there a sexual triangle involved? Is that why this happened?
I have no idea. Keith told me to stay woke, that it's possibly the rapper is so not well known that it was something where like they worked it out for each other. But either way, the question is like, how much would you pay for your dog? It's unlimited, right? Someone stole your dog?
Infinity.
Because he said he wouldn't pay like $10,000.
That's horrible.
I didn't think ransom was like a real thing. I just thought it was in the movies. Because
Yeah.
like, how do you actually get away with like?
That's always the
there's
tough
got to
part.
be some sort of transfer. Like, how are you getting away with that?
You need the plane that's ready to take off with the money in it.
It's got to be like Bitcoin
There's
or
Yeah.
something, and
Right.
then I don't know.
I mean.
How do you pull that off?
I 1,000% could
You could pull off ransom.
kidnap something. Absolutely.
You could not.
You could kidnap it, but then how
But
do you
yeah,
like
the
No,
give
transfer.
it back?
Well,
with-
because the answer is what you do is you hit a number. You gotta know how wealthy the person you're stealing from. And so
Right.
if you take a dog, and someone to me, and I'm not bragging, but someone's like, I have your dog, $10,000. Don't involve the cops, or else I'm gonna kill your dog. I don't involve the cops. I give the $10,000,
You just maybe wire it. You can wire
or
it.
just you leave it in a bag. And
Yeah, but then that's you leave the bag and I grab your arm. I'm like, I gotcha.
oh, I would never do that.
Oh.
Like you'd actually mess with a kidnapper.
I do
mean, if
love.
they have my dog, I think that's like dad strength. You'd
Yeah, but if
lose
you have your
mind.
dog, you just get out. They let the dog run. You take the bag. Oh, I'm convinced anybody
What if
with
the
a brain
dog
can
doesn't run to you? That's
Well,
a bad
then,
sign. You
that
just
I
paid
don't even have to
$10,000 for the dog
That's
that won't
tough.
come
That's
running.
tough.
But I do love that there's a burner phone in this story that involves an NFL player, and it's really just because like the dog was kidnapped. Like I feel like a burner phone story in the NFL
Burner
should have
streams,
a much better
mistresses,
story behind it. Yeah.
mistresses, which I'm still not out rulings involved. But the crime thing is something I think you guys are underestimating. I value your intelligence, and you're intelligent enough. Anybody can commit one crime and get away with it, no doubt.
Pulling off the transfer of money is the tricky part.
Well, you got to pick the right target.
No, you got to be the right criminal, which this guy was not, because
Yeah.
now we know who it is, and the dog's back, and I
I
doubt
don't-
he got $10,000 or whatever.
Dave, I don't think you could pull off a ransom drop. As the criminal.
I know I could. I'd pick the right person. I absolutely could do that. You just pick someone who's not like I would never. I've already said when I see trouble, I run. Like once I have what I want back.
He's never punched someone out of anger.
Never. Have you?
I mean, yeah, in like a stupid bar fight in college.
Yeah, so I've never thrown a
hasn't.
punch in anger, ever. And I'm not, if I have my dog back, I want this thing to be done. I'm not like then trying to wrestle the guy and make a citizen's arrest. I don't do that.
It's fucked up though. You don't fuck with people's dogs.
No, definitely not. Shout out, by the way, that video that we haven't posted, which is like the most amazing video of all time, which is real, and they've updated, is the dog going into the water to save the baby deer, the doe. That is an unbelievable video. The doe is in a hospital, an animal shelter, surviving. It is. Did you see it?
I have not seen it, but I can imagine.
You can't even see it's a baby, it's a doe, a baby deer, is
Bambi,
underwater. Yes.
essentially.
You can't see it. A dog jumps in, grabs it, drags it out of the ocean, and then is like nuzzling it to wake up. It moves a little bit, and the doe is now.
Fucking dogs, man.
It's post the video. It's
the best.
literally unbelievable. Like
best.
it's
Dogs
one of
are
those
the
things
best.
where you just feel fuzzy watching. It's like this is life. USC med school dean. So what? He's got prostitutes. He got caught with prostitutes doing meth and abruptly
ecstasy.
resigned. And
Yeah.
ecstasy.
And
At
she
that
had
point, that's semantics.
GHB in her system.
What's that?
Date rape drug.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, which she overdosed on.
It
We're
was
gonna
a-
Which
make
is
some
how he
we're
got
gonna make some
caught.
jokes, and now
Okay,
Yeah,
don't call
okay.
me the party
no.
pooper.
Wait a
Fine,
minute.
those are
Time
details
She's the
I didn't
party
need to
pooper
know.
for overdosing.
Were they
Not me.
prostitutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's date raping a prostitute?
I mean,
I
maybe she took it intentionally. I don't know.
Whole thing is wild. The guy was on tape. He's like got a Rob Ford tape out there with ecstasy on his tongue, being
Yeah.
like, "Here we go."
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
before
get
like the
wild.
ball or the gala or I don't know, some bougie
So this might be crazy, but I think you guys probably agree with me. A doctor, I feel like doctors should be able to do drugs because they know the limits, right?
shit. Well, clearly not. She OD'd.
Oh, well, I'm saying like himself personally.
I would think you're responsible for your
Right,
hooker,
like,
right?
I don't have a problem with the
her
doctor
OD
doing
is like
ecstasy.
what ratted him out.
Right. Okay. So so he was bad
She
in
thought
that.
she was under the care of a medical professional.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that. I can
Don't
see where
do
that
drugs
gets.
with doctors.
But if you're a doctor, I think you should be allowed to do drugs because you should know as a doctor, like, hey, here's the limit.
It's got to be like just the worst feeling when it's all consensual and you pay and everyone's having fun and then you OD. It's like, fuck.
It's like Boogie Nights.
Yeah, it's like because theoretically you think everyone's on the same page, you're not going to be in trouble, and it's basically an accident.
Yeah.
It is an accident.
Yeah.
It's not like I mean, you are committing a crime, but I'm one of those guys. Like if everyone's consensual, like I don't think prostitution would be illegal. If It's like whatever. And then it just goes so haywire, and it's like now you're fucked and you're quitting your job. I don't know why he thought quitting his job. We still
Did he get
found out
fired
about
or
it.
did he quit?
He quit abruptly. That's what I read. Said he quit abruptly.
You can't
Way to
fire
tell on
me.
yourself, you
I
idiot.
quit.
Like imagine like leaving. This is kind of maybe a little bit like just a little note or a
Yeah.
pink slip on my body. Like I quit.
I'm out.
like I'm done with that. All right, moving on. Dikometrics. So I guess this story, Dan, you may have to do it. Instead of like a thumbprint, now you drop your like dick to show it's you.
No, you take a picture of your dick and that like unlocks your account. So you have to show that you have like a dick, I guess.
It's the right dick though.
Okay. Do you know?
Yeah. So basically, you upload a picture of your dick. That becomes your new password, essentially, like your thumbprint. Your dick is special to you, and it's a unique snowflake, I guess. And then later, when you want to unlock whatever it is you're unlocking, it's you
And then
drop your pants.
do other people see your dick? I don't know.
Eventually, everybody sees everything on your phone.
What if this is like a whole blackmail scheme? Like they're trying to get all the dick pics.
Let me tell you this. You deserve to be blackmailed if you're
Yeah.
like, let me do my dick thing, and then you
it's
can't
new
later
password.
There's
complain
so
like.
many glitches with this. What if you drank too much? Because it says an erect dick.
What do you mean? What if you drank too much?
I
if
mean-
you're too drunk.
Again, I think if you're signing up to this isn't your first rodeo sending dick pics around the internet. Like,
Yeah.
if that's your password, you're probably
This
pretty
is like
fluent in
the
slinging
first
dick.
sign of solicited dick pics ever.
Well, it also is pretty clear. Like, if you're signing up for this Dikometrics, you probably have a good dick. Like,
It's also.
I'm not signing
Like,
up
you
for
almost
Dikometrics.
want
I'll
that
tell you
picture
that
to
much.
get out.
Right, exactly. You're
This is
bragging
awesome.
that you have a dick worthy of Dikometrics.
The idea is preposterous. It almost seems like a publicity stunt. I think we can all agree, beyond reproach, the name Dikometrics is
Yeah.
electric.
Yes, I
that's
agree with
Like,
that.
that is.
We should create like fake apps like this just to write about it because it is fake.
It's
There's
trying
no
to
way
be.
this is real.
If
Weird
I told
Asian
you
is.
Dikometrics, would you have guessed that that's what this is?
It sounds. it sounds like just weird sabermetrics for your dick, but I wouldn't have imagined it was like unlocking.
Yeah.
It seems like something where you could just judge your dick.
And hey, why don't women have to take a picture of their vagina?
So apparently
Let's
the
be
female
equal here.
version is coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
What is
maybe,
that going to be called?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Why?
I honestly, that wasn't like a leading question. I'm
I
like,
know.
there's no
It just
ring
felt
to
like
like
one regardless.
vaginametrics.
Pussylytics.
Pussylytics works.
That's pretty good.
That actually works.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
glad I
news
wasn't the one to say
here
it.
in Barstool World. Well, we have this gender reveal, which another baseball one. The guy hits a line drive right off the girl's face.
So good.
By the way, you should sue
And
the gender
he gives
because
no shits too.
yeah, how did that happen?
Oh.
It didn't break.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Gosh!
That didn't go well.
That's a YouTube fail. Are you okay? No.
That's the best
That's the
part.
best part of the
He
video.
literally just walks up and he's checking on the ball, not
Yeah.
his fucking
Yeah.
wife, pregnant wife's nose.
He's like mad the gender reveal didn't work.
That somebody's getting sued, and that goes into the bigger thing, which we talked about. So, congratulations, our boy Kevin Clancy has had his child. He's healthy.
a masculine man.
Yep, the name is Keegan Francis Clancy. So it's KFC 2, which to me is.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
So-
What an
First thing-
egomaniac.
What an egomaniac. So I said I don't know whether the boy would be a rival or not till I heard it. Once I found out it was KFC 2,
Over.
he's like Lex Luthor. I mean,
It's
this
over.
kid is like gonna be.
Yeah, he's got the crown. Right. You can't let him like grow to be a man
Yeah.
under your watch.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's your own demise.
Yes, it's
He
Game
might
of
even
Thrones.
team up
Yeah.
with Shay now.
No, I mean, that
KFC
kid.
2 is diabolical.
And that kid is going to be raised like day one. Dave Portnoy's evil. Dave Portnoy's the devil. Like he's
And he's a
going to
kid-
be like bred to kill you.
He also did a move, which I don't like him for. They have the Keegan versus everybody shirts, which are for
Yeah.
Keegan Bradley. His name's Keegan. And it says Junior, theoretically, it's for Jim Renner, but they're using that as KFC Junior. They're stealing the shirt from Jim Renner, the people's
Appropriating
girlfriend.
Renner's Army
Yeah,
culture.
that, I won't stand for that KFC 2.
I did not make the connection to KFC 2. Dave, when this kid comes and like stands over your body and like you're in a hospital, and he's got a pillow, and he's about to smother you and kill you, you have no one to blame but yourself. 'Cause you saw it coming from years away.
I already said I watched Game of Thrones. Mute this if you haven't watched the premiere episode yet and you don't want to spoil it. But Arya Stark comes back and kills everybody and is like, if you let one of the wolf, they're gonna kill all the sheep.
Yep.
Same exact thing with KFC 2.
Yep.
He couldn't. It's almost like such a in-your-face move to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna actually name him myself. Like
but not
KFC
really.
2.
So you can't actually
Right.
be like, oh, you're an egomaniac. His name's Kevin. No, but he is.
He is. He's KFC 2. The Colonel.
It's kind of a
the
Kardashian
rebirth of
move.
the Colonel. What a move by Kevin
Oh,
Clancy.
congrats though, for real.
Congrats, but
Congratulations.
I mean it. I don't think Dave does.
no, the grace period was about 2 seconds
Yeah,
before I
when
went
you
in on
find
this
it-
kid. But Stewie did say I attacked Shay pre-birth,
Yeah, you did.
so I waited till this
Yeah,
kid.
she was still in the womb.
Yeah, so I gave KFC 2 a
was.
fair chance, and then Kevin named him after himself. Well, now we have a problem.
That was the NLCS trip when we were basically going back and forth from New York to Chicago. Kevin had a pregnant wife, had not been home in like a week, and then Dave's like bashing Shay on before she's been
I'm
born.
pretty sure that was provoked.
Here's your beard dandruff.
Yeah,
was the beard dandruff.
I was having major beard dandruff. That was bad timing
Yeah.
for that. Learned you got to use shampoo on the beard. Didn't know that. Chris Christie, they say he was fired because Trump. Wait, what is this?
So the story goes that when Trump was going to find out that he was going to be president, Chris Christie came in the room and was like, "Hey, I'm going to get a call from Obama and you can take my phone." And Trump was like, I'm not touching your phone.
Germ phone.
Yeah, which also it's that, and also Trump was like, "You have my number. Give it to the president. Why
Right.
would I use your phone?"
Which is actually a very valid point.
Very
Maybe-
valid point.
Maybe because you said the president isn't an American.
Yeah, but it's still very valid point. But I actually totally side with Trump on this. Chris Christie's phone's fucking disgusting.
Probably.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
He shits with that phone. He's got all Chris Christie shit all over it. It falls under flaps of his skin and he can't find it for days. That's not a phone you want to touch.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Trump seems like a really weird guy with a bunch of idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
He probably is a germaphobe, but like I wouldn't want to touch Chris Christie's phone either.
No.
You won't want any part of Chris Christie. I bet,
None
like
of
you
it.
said, I bet Chris Christie.
None of it.
if
He can
you-
have the
Top
beach
5
to
grossest
himself.
phones.
If you spread him out, if you put like a conveyor belt or whatever, like pulley strings on his feet and his arms and stretch him out, all sorts of shit would fall out of his
Yeah,
stomach,
yeah.
like phones, M&Ms.
I imagine his body. You ever see those videos of what chicken nuggets look like the pink paste? That's like Christie
Is
when
that
he takes
real?
off. Yeah.
I
He
don't
takes
like
off
to
his
believe any of
shirt.
that.
Ugh.
Well, you put in some sweet and sour sauce, and who cares? I guess.
Okay,
Chris Christie's phone.
last-
How much to lick it? Would you
Ugh.
rather lick a subway pole or Chris Christie's phone?
The phone. I have a germaphobe on the subway.
The phone's pretty bad though.
Last one, softest move, maybe of the year. So Ed Sheeran was on Game of Thrones. He's getting a lot of heat, and he deleted his Twitter because he couldn't take the heat. So he's out. You know, again, I don't know why Ed Sheeran is just, if you're that affected, why you just don't have somebody else check your Twitter, you can promote shit. But when you're a big star, you shouldn't be getting bullied around the internet. I guess looks, it has to be. Somebody who's been bullied their whole life because you're weird looking, doesn't matter how silky smooth your voice is, it still bothers him. He does have a silky smooth
He does.
voice.
Great voice. But I mean, it's true. It's at the end of the day, he's still the ginger kid that gets picked.
Yeah,
I think the weirdest part of this story is just the fact that like he deleted it. He should have just kept it. He didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to look at it.
he wants people to know. He's trying to get,
Yeah.
he's basically trying to get like the bullying, the online bullying crowd on his side because like you said, why else would you do that?
Right, like isn't this gonna cause more bullying? Like you can't let the bullies know that they got to you. It's just gonna make it worse.
That's a big
You gotta
though.
stand your ground. You gotta stand up to your bully.
I agree with
Or
that.
just don't say shit. Cry on the inside.
That's a big though, like social warrior crowd, like the
Yeah.
no more online bullying. So maybe
Yeah.
he's just trying to get
Well,
that.
and listen, they're right. Like, there is no reason to online bullying. I'm not siding with the bullies. I'm just saying, like, why are you feeding their egos?
You can bully him if you are a Game of Thrones fan. Like, get your
Yes.
fucking pasty ass off Game of Thrones. That's totally legal social bullying.
Well, and Ed Sheeran doesn't realize that like he's deleting it, being like stop bullying, but no one's gonna care about a white dude getting bullied. That's we know that for a fact. Like you just can't. No one cares. No one cares about Ed Sheeran getting bullied. Has anyone stood up and been like, stop bullying this
There
guy?
is a ginger. I feel like there's.
They don't have
The
a lot
Ginger
of
Support
voice.
Club.
I feel like
Who's the
there-
head of that? That's the problem. Is they don't have like a head.
Andy
No, you
Dalton?
say you're the head Jew. Like
Yeah.
who is the head? No, Andy Dalton. He doesn't. I don't think he's the head ginger. I don't even know who
Carrot
it is.
Top?
No,
See, this is
Carrot
the
Top's
question,
like the
though. You don't
weird
have
fucking-
one. Who?
No. You know who kind of was making a run at the crown was that kid who made the ginger bullying videos.
Ginger people do have souls, all right? I'm red hair. I have red hair. I got red hair, and I'm proud of it.
Yes.
The social kid. He
Yes.
went like viral, like
Sean White too, maybe the big tomato.
yeah, flying
Does-
tomato.
Yeah, flying tomatoes,
big
1080s.
tomato.
Big tomato.
Big Tomato's an electric name.
Big
better
Tomato.
Better than Flying Tomato. Yeah, he was, but then I feel like he backed down. You know why? Because they've all been bullied. So none of them
Yes,
want to be
yes,
like,
it's so
none of them are like, yeah, I'm going to be that guy who's like the lead. It's like
so
if they can
true.
get out of the bullying light, they don't want to be bullied.
It's so true.
And Sheeran just passed up a huge opportunity.
Yeah, he could have been like the face of don't
It's like,
bully me.
yeah, I'm going
They
to
keep
stay
just
on
throwing
Twitter and
each other
stand
in
up to
front
my
of each
bullies.
other.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not great.
Human shields of all the gingers. Just like, no, don't. Oh, the heat's off me for a second. Like, cool.
Yeah,
You're right.
I agree. That's the
Big
rundown.
tomato.
Because I do have a call 3. Elica, it was great having you for this 2-day stint. Unless
to
you
be
guys
here.
have post-show that anybody wants to talk about, and Coley could take my mic, but I literally got to get on this call at 3. I don't know. You just happen to be the closest guy I saw.
We want
guys
to talk
have
about
anything?
Coley.
I have a mic here too.
Okay.
Just take your
Just
shit.
saw anybody.
Coley, anything you
You
want
guys
to
can
talk about?
continue. I got to run.
How did you
I was
like?
gonna say, Dan, let me be like the 20th person to congratulate you.
Oh, thank
on
you.
being like the most influential.
Half of the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Well,
Yeah.
Dave,
yeah, yeah.
Because Dave,
Thank you.
Dave's a
finally
big congratulations guy.
Yeah.
Craziest part of that, though, is Darren Ravel being 39. Like,
Yeah.
we all agree. That's just wild.
Or
that makes no
influential.
sense. Or influential. Also true. But,
Have you and PFT been arguing about who's more influential of the two?
well, I mean, I'm a day older than him, so
It's true.
I think that's.
Wait,
I've been more
literally?
I've been more influential for longer, as a day older. So.
And he
yeah,
didn't
one day
know
older.
what pardon my take meant.
True. Also true. Also true. Yeah, those lists. Yeah, it was cool. I don't really. I don't think that's like something you frame and put in your
Did you
house.
call your mom?
No, I did not.
What?
It was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock on a Monday night. And I
Is
was like,
that late?
no, but it's just like, I don't know. I was just watching the Cubs game.
Hey,
I was
Mom.
like,
Man, over
okay.
here.
Hey, Mom, check out this website.
JJ Watt Part 2 tomorrow.
JJ Watt Part 2. Who you got coming on?
We got Spencer Haywood,
Ooh.
not Hayward.
You going to ask him about cocaine?
I think we have to.
have
I don't think we're gonna have like the cocaine guy on and not talk about
Yes.
like
Yes.
it's like
Cocaine.
him and Len Bias, like the two cocaine guys. Can't ask Len Bias much
Nope.
these days.
Nope. Just keep saying the word party and see what he says. I think you can't outright. What do you think? You can't really
how
outright.
would
say
you
You gotta
broach?
ask it.
Like just be
But
like,
how do
hey,
you bring it
Yeah.
up?
Just do it.
Mark was saying rank like the best cocaine because he played in a lot of cities. So like, what were the best top like Mount Rushmore of cocaine cities?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Features on your face that you most likely don't feel after doing some cocaine.
Ooh.
Nose. Go. Cheek. Your
tongue.
gums.
Tongue.
Your
Yeah, tongue and gums.
Okay, we did it.
Yeah,
Mount
boom.
Rushmore. Good job, Spencer.
So no reason to listen to that interview anymore.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm sorry that you like get thrust into a bunch of inside jokes. It's not easy. It's not easy.
I think I hold my own.
I don't think you have any idea what's going on with Kevin and Dave's.
Oh no,
it's
I
probably,
picked that one up pretty quickly.
but
did
it's
it for an
very
hour.
weird, like jumping into this and being like, wait, this 4-year-old guy has a rivalry with a newborn, like a
one-day-old
literal
kid.
newborn.
Yeah.
6 hour
Not
old.
even 1 day old.
But it makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Well, I've gotten to know Dave a little bit over the last couple weeks, and it just doesn't shock me at
Nope.
all. So
he's not. He holds his grudges
Yeah.
very hard. I can't believe he might side with Shea Clancy though.
That was her idea.
that's the
Oh.
best way to really stick it to KFC too.
That's not gonna. He said he's gonna call the kid Dave.
Do you ever think about this? You ever think like, what the fuck this is all gonna look like in 20 years?
This?
Just like Dave and like when KFC 2 is like a real human being. Like what?
In college.
It blows my like what is he gonna pull up this like rundown of the day he was born and be like, look, that guy hated
Yeah, a
me
lot of
since
people
the
like
day."
Trent's got like the newspaper clipping. Like he pulls up like the rundown.
That's I actually should. It hurts my
The
brain. when I think about
technology
it.
won't
Yeah.
even exist anymore.
True.
Like, how are you gonna?
We'll all be holograms.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, like Tupac.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
That's the rundown.